You're good.
Yeah.
Mom's good.
Yeah, Kirsten's still engaged.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, Cannon in ninth grade now. He loves
Wow.
school. He's glad he's back.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're doing real well. Carla's loving her classroom. You know, she went from being the counselor at the junior high. Now she's at the high school as the family and consumer science teacher.
Well, it's great.
Home ec, as some people would remember.
Yeah.
Culinary arts and life skills, and she is so happy to be back in the classroom.
Very important stuff.
Yeah.
Very important
Yeah,
stuff.
and she's a great teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to a year of her not having so much stress. But not that, you know, it was really bad. It's just being a counselor.
Well, yeah, sure.
it's
You're
different.
carrying right. Whereas you're not teaching, whereas you're doing that with the
Yeah.
home ec,
Yeah.
as we used to refer to it.
Yep. So, no, and you? Everything?
Good,
Yep.
good. Boys are good. Mom's good. You know,
Excellent.
just keep moving forward.
That's right.
Keep moving
That's all
forward.
you can do.
No, but it is all you can do.
Yeah. Hey, any day above ground is a good day.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Yes.
it is. Uh-oh.
I know. She's bringing in the good stuff. It's going to be fun.
Okay, we're going to have to get some cameras set up and stuff so you can get that stuff
Get
done.
the close-up.
We have Heather Pitman from the Arkansas Game and Fish from Fred Berry, Crooked Creek, and she brought critters.
Critters.
This little stuff. It's going to be like the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson with
Yeah.
bringing out critters.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
No petting the critters. All right, we better get rolling here.
Sounds good.
So, as always, the opening prayer is brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. They're at 870-508-1771. They are there for all of your, it's not just waiting for someone to pass. There's so many other services that they provide that you can avail yourself of, that you can be with, help people, more importantly, help yourself so that you can help those around you. And that's a big part of what they do. Hospice of the Ozarks, like I say, 870-508-1771. Bow and we'll say a quick prayer. Holy Father, we thank you for our blessings. We thank you for your bounty. We thank you for bringing us all here to God's country. We thank you for all the 3 rivers, 2 lakes, all that we have to enjoy here. We thank you for all those around us and how they add to our lives and how we add to others. And we need to keep that in mind as we live our daily lives going forward. Bless our leaders. Bless those, all of those who work to do good in your name. We ask this in all things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks brings you the morning prayer here every day. 870-508-1771. They're there, like I say, they're there for all your needs, and just give them a call, and they will help explain all the services they provide. We're going to take a quick break, a little commercial break from the Z Team, and we'll be right back here on the morning show here on XL7.
Hi, this is Bob Zadora, Executive Broker at Century 21 Lemac Realty. The Z Team would like to welcome all of our summertime visitors to the beautiful Twin Lakes area. If you find yourself falling in love with our lakes, rivers, and people, the Z Team can be your buyer's agent at no fee to you. We'd like to help you explore the possibility of calling the beautiful Ozarks your new home.
Call the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net.
And we're back here on the morning show here on XL7. This segment, the weather, lake levels,
Dam report.
pollen reports, dam reports, all kinds of
Temperatures.
useful,
Radar.
everything
Brought to you by you.
by me and the rest of the crew and my honey, the brains
right.
of the outfit here at, excuse me.
You're right about that.
I don't argue. I don't know. You'll never hear me saying, "Oh, I do." Yeah, no. Call my honey. If you want to get it done, call her.
That's right.
And so we've got the cameras. We were talking about the frog a second ago.
Here's the
There's-
froggy.
There we
And,
go.
I mean, you can see a
loosened
little
up a little bit. We
a
couldn't
little
even
bit.
see Carter this morning.
So-
Not even the lights.
Yeah, here's the picture. Here's the still shot picture.
That's what it looks like in real life.
Beautiful.
Overlooking the Cotter. We're right there on the that elbow there, the White River. Mountain Home on the right, obviously Bull Shoals on the left. Missouri's out there in the horizon, the Rainbow Bridge. You can see the ball field. Just the river was up yesterday. They had it running pretty good. You can see some days it looks like you could surf on it when they got depending
with
upon
the-
what they've got
yeah.
open. Sunday they had it was the most people I've ever seen in the river. They were kayaking, they were fly fishermen, there were people just waiting I don't know where they all came from.
Yeah.
But it was just packed. It was like really, really cool to see that many people out enjoying
perfect day, yeah.
it. Really was, was. So, and then that's when you get there to White River. It warms up a little bit by the time it gets down this way. It comes out at like 56 degrees or something coming out of the bottom of the dam. So it warms up, especially when it's been as warm as it has. So David's going to take a look through the other pictures, see how that works, and I'm going to give you the temperatures.
Yeah.
Currently, Mountain Home is 68. It's 66 in Harrison. Batesville is 69. Yellville is 68. It's 68 in Marshall and Salem and Mountain View. Calico Rock is reporting 67. Going into Missouri, West Plains is 68. Springfield is 67. Poplar Bluff is 69. St. Louis, Missouri is 68. That's pretty close on all of them. Doesn't
take
matter
it.
much where you are. It's all
Man,
about
that's
it's
perfect.
much better to start the day in the 60s and the 70s.
Tell me about
Because
it.
it's going to get nothing but warmer as we go forward.
Yes, sir.
Take a look at the radar here. As we look, we are clean and green here in Arkansas. There's some motion over here in Oklahoma, coming out of Texas, going into Oklahoma. That doesn't seem to be coming our way. It's kind of heading down the cool fronts, forcing all that stuff south. That's a good thing. We like
Yeah.
that. The national weather, we're under no watches or warnings here. I don't know how we could have a special marine warning in the middle of Texas.
Well, then colors can blend together. Them oranges and greens and teals, and sometimes it's hard to
that's like the only
differentiate.
orange. That's the only orange
Yeah,
that's up
it's-
there. But anyway, but we're good here. We're going to be good for the next couple of days. No, not looking for any severe weather at all. Going to be warm again, though. It's going to be warm. 7-day forecast. Today, be a high of 91. That'll be nice. The humidity's supposed to drop a little bit, too. That'll be good. Tonight, a high of 66, mostly clear. And today is the blood moon. The full
Really?
moon, blood moon, is tonight. So if it's going to be clear and there's low humidity, be a good night to get out and take a look at that.
Yeah,
Something to keep in mind.
but there's something to that with the kids at school the next day. The full moon.
Good thing we're not at school.
Exactly. Sorry, Carla.
Tomorrow will be 89. Tomorrow night will be 63. There'll be a big moon tomorrow, too. There'll be a nice campfire night, 63. Saturday, a high of 89 with the low of 65. Sunday, 93 with the low Sunday night of 70. And Monday, it'll be 94, and then it'll start to warm up from there going forward. Pollen count. No thanks. No tree pollen today, tomorrow. Grass is low, and ragweed, which is what you're hearing in my throat, is high to very high today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Dam reports. Lake Norfolk is running probably just minimum flow. We don't have any reports from them. Bull Shoals seems to be running just minimum flow. When I looked out the window yesterday, it was just kind of
A trickle.
rolling down the
Which is
river. Yeah,
normal.
not much, just kind of normal. So that's
good.
the weather.
Excellent.
That's the dam reports, pollen. In case, like I said, that's my pollen report. And we'll be back. We'll take a quick break here, and we will be back with a word from Ozark Farm and Lawn, and we'll talk about community events when we come back.
When the job changes, the Kubota RTVX changes with it. Built for the work and built around you. Load the bed, hit the trail, and take on what's next with confidence. Gear up, load, haul, repeat. The Kubota RTVX. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 2.99% APR up to 36 months.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozark's Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
And we're back here on the morning show here on XL7. It's time for community news and events. The only way we get these community news and events is if you send them to us. So you want to keep that in mind. You got an event coming up. You got a pancake breakfast. You got a fish fry. You've got garage sales for churches and things like that. Let us know. We're happy to get their word out there and help you to advertise. There is more to life than radio. I know it's hard to believe sometimes, but it is. There really is. The Military Appreciation Night is going to be tomorrow night at Bomber Stadium. You had to have responded already. But there's a 6 p.m. dinner for military first responders and a guest. The reservation, like I said, that's passed. Submitted photo, you missed that too. T-shirts, you missed that. That's why you got to pay attention. Show up, though. They may get you squeezed in there anyway. But that's at Mountain Home High School tomorrow. Opening, they're playing the Cardinals at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure where the Cardinals are from because it doesn't say. And Bob knows all that. He'll get that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Scholarship for single parents. The application deadline is on September 1st, which is literally right around the corner. So you want to, if you're involved in that, you want to get on there right away. Okay. Save the date for Monday, September 7th at 4 o'clock in Veterans Plaza. We're going to have John Cirillo. He's from the Fire Department, New York Fire Department, and he will share his experiences from 9/11. It's always a good turnout there. We always get a good turnout of people that show up. Because there's a lot of people that came here after that, that helped organize us to. I knew we weren't going to stay in Chicago, but we weren't sure where, and this is where we ended up. It's the way it works. It's a good thing. There's a 5K run, Baxter Health, on September 12th at 7:30. It'll be at ASU. All proceeds go towards the suicide prevention and awareness. For more information, call 870-580-5588. A little 5K fun run. This is the anniversary season for ASU, and you see these magazines. Pick one up. They've got a bunch of information in there regarding things that, different events that are going on at ASU. They've got a big musical program that they have every year, and that's always a great program. And it's always something new.
Yeah, Shed has great shows. Yeah,
They do. There's one coming up, so get a hold of that. Community news and events, brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. They got more stuff over there. I couldn't really see it this morning in the fog. I know it's there. It's still there. It's still there. They've got, it's like a plethora of equipment in different colors and shapes and sizes.
I would say
from little to big.
Yeah, a sea of orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands. Tilt bed trailers. Side by sides.
ATVs.
Sales and service.
That's a bigger part of it, I think. I think that's the reason they've been there and been so successful for so long is because of that sales and service. And finding you the parts that you need and getting you in the rig that's right for you. You know, you can go in and say, look, I got this much land. This is what I'd like to do.
That's exactly right.
Or I'm just going to putz a little bit. I always wanted a tractor. Okay, then you really only need this. And that's the important part of it. You're not going to oversell you or undersell you or sell you something you're not going to be happy with.
Exactly. That's why you go to Ozarks Farm and Lawn.
The dealership that deals. We'll be right back. Stick with us here on the morning show on XL7.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
And we're back here on the morning show. I have Heather Pitman. She's from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. She's the facility director at Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center. And where is it for people who don't know?
We are located in Yellville, just outside of town as you're going towards Harrison. Just you know, where they're on Crooked Creek, where Kelly Slab is. That's kind of a
Well, you got to remember, there's people move here
local.
every day who
Absolutely.
have no idea where
Yeah.
Kelly's Slab is either.
Well, I know, but there's also a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
But as you're leaving Yellville, you turn to the left. There's a sign that just beside the road, and it's the county road is. I'm not really sure what that county road is called, but it's just past the Black Sheep Barbecue.
Oh, well, there you go.
See,
Okay,
and I know
so you
people
got
know where that
Black
is.
Sheep, and then you got the railroad car that's up there.
Yeah, and it's just past that.
It's just past that.
Yep, on the
okay.
left. Yep.
Because, like I say, people.
Sure.
We do our best to bring people in all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So I know that we have snakes. I like the way you got the head on that one, the way it's facing the camera. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about snakes, but there's an issue with bears in the area.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of small bears, and maybe you can help explain to people if there's any danger to them, or why it is that they're walking around so brazenly.
Sure. So the first thing I'm going to say before I say anything else is that I am not a bear biologist.
Okay.
I know things about bears, but it's mainly just the nature of wild animals in general that I kind of can apply everything to, including bears in Arkansas. And the first thing that I would say is historically, Arkansas was a big state for bear. We used to be called the bear state, as a matter of fact.
Really?
So we had so many bear in the state that's what we were named for, and during like settling times. So when settlers came in, they were utilized for every part, and traded heavily and hunted heavily until we had very few. And so there was one remaining bear population in the southeastern part, I believe, of Arkansas. Again, not a bear biologist, but that's what I'm pretty sure is right, of original Arkansas black bear. The rest of them, the ones that we have now, have been slowly reintroduced. And it's actually, from what I understand, like one of the most successful large carnivore reintroductions in the world.
Really?
The one that we had in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So they've always been here, and this is their habitat, and they're supposed to be here. And so that's the first thing that I always like to tell people. And then the other thing that I would say is you see more activity from bear during different times of year, depending on what's going on. And right now what's happening is those yearling male bears are being kicked out. The mama bears are like, you got to go. It's time for you to move on and do your thing, little man. And so they do. And so right now what they're doing is trying to establish a place where they can thrive and live. And so people see them. And people ask me a lot, and a lot of other people, about what do we do about them in our yard or on our porch. And they're there for a reason, and that's because there's food there. And so the first thing I tell people is, if you don't want bear, and none of us should, bear nearby, you can't invite them over for dinner. And that's one of the things that we do as human beings, is we have become accustomed to, because for a long time we did have some bear, but we do have a healthier population now. And one of the goals of reintroduction is to be able to get animal species to a place, game animals, where you can have seasons on them and hunt them. That's one of the goals. And we are becoming more successful with that with bear. And that's what we want. That's part of the plan. So anyway, that's the first thing I tell people, is so you have to think about, if you have bear coming in, you've got to eliminate those things that are calling them in. So dog food, cat food.
Yeah, right. So it's like you're feeding the birds and the deer and things like that.
Everything. And there are certain times of year where you just don't remove that for a while, so that they don't habituate coming to your place and taking care of those things. And that burden is on us as humans. Like, the bears are just living their lives. And if they can listen, if you can go easily to the refrigerator and get something out of it, or go outside and try to forage, you're going to go to the fridge.
Yes, ma'am.
The bears are going to go to what's easy as well. And also they form habits. And so then they're like, oh, this is that porch where I can always go get that delicious lamb dog food from this place. So I'm going to go over there, and then they become used to that and become accustomed to that. And so that burden, like I said, is on us. That's our responsibility, is to make sure that we don't invite them over. So that's one of the things I would say. And I would also say, this is something I harp on all the time. We are in a time where those bears are starting to establish themselves again. And I think it's great. I love it. I think it's wonderful. But we do have to be responsible and careful. And one of the things that we need to do is not train the bears to associate human beings with food. And if you think about some of the places in the east where they also have black bears, like Tennessee and North Carolina and South Carolina, especially you hear about stories about campers being attacked, or their tents being torn up, or their backpacks. That's because they have learned that when they see a human with a backpack, there's food in that backpack. Or they see a tent, there's food nearby. And so we've got to be really careful that if we're camping, if we're hiking, if we're backpacking, if we are on the river or anywhere where we are going to be somewhere where there are bear, we have to make sure that we keep that food somewhere stored safely away from us, so that they don't associate us with food, and in a place where they aren't going to smell it or get to it. So that's what I would say about it.
But that's very true.
Yeah. So
because we do live in a rural area.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. You know, we think that, oh my God, it's so crowded here, it's so crowded. It's not.
No.
And so that's where you run into that more.
Yep.
I mean, we're on a county road, paved county road, and I got one who came by. He was sitting out by the wood crib, you know, just kind of looking around, and then day later, he's down on the other one, and he picked him up on the game camera, the guy next door.
Yep.
You know, so I went and I got boat air horns.
Yep.
So, and I've got them spread out around on the outside.
Right.
So that if you see them, give him a little toot, and Rob took a video of him. He's walking across the swing, and he gave him a little shot, and whoa, and he was gone.
Make them uncomfortable.
That's what make them uncomfortable.
Like
and they're not big on noise, so that's something you can do. That's right. Here, go over to the neighbor. and keep moving, you know. But that's what you don't want to do. You want to move them.
Right. We don't want them to become a danger. And also, I would also say that bears don't eat black bears that we have in Arkansas. We're not their main. We are not food source for them.
Right.
They are berries and bugs and acorns and walnuts and hickory nuts and all those other kinds of things. And that's what they're doing, is trying to bulk up and feed up and get ready for the winter.
Hibernation.
Yeah. So yeah, it's we have to be responsible. That's kind of the way I look at it.
So you said that Mom throws the boys out. Does she throw the girls out too, or does she keep them? Or
not a bear biologist.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I didn't. You're right.
What I'm going to say is, eventually, all those bears are leaving.
All the bears are going to go.
They're not going to stick
right,
around,
because that's why he's out there. That's
now,
what she's telling him. Go find somebody.
Right. And they've got to find a different place to be. And again, not a bear biologist.
No, well, it's okay.
So
but I had no idea that we had
surface.
such a successful program.
Yes, it's amazing.
With restocking.
Yeah, it's great. I had a bear program last year at the center in the evening for people, and I'm hoping Alan Cathy, who's one of our biologists, came and did a class and basically talked to people about all of those things. And so hopefully I can bring that back this winter. Maybe that would be kind of fun to have him back to teach some people about, because people are interested and they want to learn, and we have to be responsible and learn how to.
Well, sure.
Do it the right way.
We got to be neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want them being mad at us either.
I'm not too worried about them being mad at us. Mainly, they just want food.
He's only about 8 big.
Yeah, and again, they're not looking at us like, "Ooh, there's some people over there want to go eat them."
Yeah.
That's not the kind of bear we have. Now, if they were polar bears, we could have a totally different conversation.
Polars or browns,
but we are
grizzlies and things
polar
like
bears
that.
would see us as prey.
Yeah.
But we're not. We're not prey to a black bear.
No. It gets colder, but not that cold.
No. But we might be a source of a Snicker bar, which is what we have to be careful about.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, yeah.
Interesting.
What else?
Interesting.
What else you got?
Nothing. We're going to take. I did my part. I promised somebody that I would make sure I got some bear information out.
Oh, good. Okay.
I got bear information out.
Great.
So we're going to take a break, and we're going to talk about all this great stuff that you've got here and things that you do know about.
Again, yes, but not a herpetologist either. So I'll do my best to tell you what I can about
I'm sure you will.
Arkansas.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on The Morning Show.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Sleep Mart is introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels, from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Our community. Relationships matter. A handshake still means something. And neighbors look out for one another. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your biggest supporters, because every dream, every first step, and every big moment deserves someone who's right there with you. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
And we're back here on the morning show. We have Heather Pitman from Arkansas Game and Fish. She brought some friends
Yes.
that aren't bears.
Nope, no bears today.
But just as important, though, especially
yes.
as we get into fall and leaves on the ground
Yep.
and watching where you're walking
Yes.
and things like that.
All the stuff, all the things.
Things to be people to be aware of.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you the ball, and
Okay.
you kind of run with it because this is what you do.
Okay, so I will just kind of talk to you like I do when I do Snakes of Arkansas classes, which I do quite often, is to talk a little bit about something called distinguishing features, because that is a really important thing to understand when you're trying to learn about the venomous versus the non-venomous snakes that we have in the state. And so what I did is I brought replicas of the ones that we have commonly in our part of the state. There are 6 total venomous snakes in Arkansas total, and then these 4 are the ones that we have in our region. So I like to talk about these because I like people to understand how to recognize the difference between a venomous and a non-venomous snake. And the other thing that I always say to people whenever I start a program is, and then I get looks, but it's true, that because they want to say, ooh, that's a good snake, and oh, that's a bad snake. Well, there's no such thing as a good or bad snake. They're just snakes. Some are venomous, some are non-venomous. That's just what it is. Either one of these snakes will bite you if they are put into the position where they feel the need to bite you. The other thing I tell people is there's never been a snake ever in the history of Arkansas ever, and I never ever say that, but it's the truth, that a snake has seen a human across the way in Arkansas and said, aha, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to bite that person and I'm going to eat it for dinner. We are not their food. And also they bite because it's defense, right?
Leave me alone. You're too close.
You stepped on me.
Yeah.
I'm going to bite you. Or you are in my place. You're trying to catch me. You're trying to make me move, and those kinds of things. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't be cautious and careful, because you should. But one of the things that you need to do is have some knowledge so that when you see a snake, you can identify it and know it's not harmful, and you should leave it alone. Or if it is harmful, what are you going to do? Because the other thing I'll tell people, and man, I get looks when I say this in class, is that it is illegal to kill a snake in Arkansas. Now, people look at me like, wait, what? On my property? Well, it's true. There is a caveat, which is if it's on your property and you feel that there's going to be some sort of threat or danger to you or your property, then you have the right to dispatch of that snake if you feel the need to. Some people.
So that's a pretty open door.
I mean, if you have a,
How much damage can a snake do to your property?
They can't, but they can hurt you, or they
Right.
can eat
Well,
your
no,
chicken
but
eggs.
hurting you, yeah, right.
Well, like
oh,
if you-
chicken eggs. Well, yeah, okay.
Yes, so that's the caveat. So if you've got, a snake, not a king snake, but if you've got a snake that's enjoying eggs every day and you don't like that, there are some lines there that are where you can do the things that you think you need to do to protect what you've got in your home, because that's your property. But if you're out in the woods and you see a snake, it is not within your right to kill that snake, no matter what kind of snake it is, venomous or non-venomous. So if you see a timber rattlesnake in the woods, it's where it's supposed to be.
It's his woods.
Right. Even so, and so that's where that comes in. And so because we just don't have the snake populations like that. Now we have healthy populations of snakes, but not like that. So one thing I will say is this is a book that we give away free. It's called Arkansas Snakes. It's a snake guide, and it's fantastic. It shows every snake in the state of Arkansas. It shows where they are in the state by region or by area. And I just give these away all of the time. You can also go online, and on the Game and Fish website, there's an electronic version as well.
Cool.
It's really handy and helpful, and I love these. I really do like this book. So one thing I would do is I'm just going to get up and talk quickly, because I could talk for hours about snakes, and I'm going to try not to do that. But just kind of talk about these four replicas that I have of the venomous snakes that we have in this part of the state. Now, there are 2 others, and I'll just touch on those a little bit, but these are the ones where it's really, really important to learn the features so that you recognize them, and that keeps you safe, and that keeps the snake safe, which is important. And I will also say that for a long time I taught the really basic main things, which were venomous snakes have the cat-shaped eyes and venomous snakes have an angular head, which is true, but other snakes will puff out their neck to try to make them look bigger and scarier, so you can be fooled by that. So there are other things you need to recognize in the snakes that we have to help with that. The other thing I like to talk about with the pupils is it is true that they are slit eyes like this, but when their pupils dilate, they dilate to a circle, and so that is also not a good distinguishing feature. Also, you don't really need to get that close to your snake.
You know what? That was the only thing I was thinking was, why did you get that close to him to begin with?
You shouldn't.
Or you should be moving, when you did get that close, you should be moving in reverse.
Right. If you see a snake, take 3 steps back.
Yeah, you don't have to be looking at his eyes.
And then, assess the situation or go the other direction. So I'm going to start with this one, because this one is the one that everyone knows and loves, and we see them everywhere all of the time, and this is a
copperhead.
Yeah, this is a copperhead. What I always talk about is of course it does have the angular head. Their heads are more narrow, bodies are a little bit slender, but also we call this a Hershey kiss feature.
Yeah,
and that is so common. That is what really you can tell from a copperhead. Yeah. Right. And we see them all of the time. I've walked right over one before, and it was in the leaves, like you said. Easily, they do camouflage. Really, it's hard to see them sometimes. But that's what I always talk about, is that copper color and that really distinct triangular Hershey kiss shape. Now, there are some snakes, and I'll get one of them out today.
Now, what do they eat? What are they looking for?
Oh, any small rodent, a mouse, a mole, an egg. They'll eat anything that is warm, and they can eat it. They don't care. Okay. All snakes are going to be opportunistic feeders, which means they're going to, if they can eat it, if they can kill it and eat it, they will. These are all pit vipers, so they strike and insert venom and then inject venom, and then the prey dies, and then they eat them. The other snakes that I have here that are the non-venomous, they're constrictors, so they're going to constrict and then eat. Okay. So this snake gets confused with some other snakes, but it's also because people are like hognose snakes for one, which is a shame, because I wish I had a hognose. They're the coolest little guys. I have a prairie king snake that sometimes people might get confused. There's a couple of water snakes that you might confuse with the copperhead, but there are so many other features. That's why it's good to learn, because then you know for sure the difference. But these guys will eat little frogs. My mom got bitten by a copperhead once, and there was a toad on our porch. She didn't pay any attention, and she stepped back outside, and it had been up there trying to get that toad, and she stepped on it. So she went to the hospital. She didn't have to do antivenom or anything like that, and she was okay. So that's the most common one that I think of, that whenever we see or think about venomous snakes in Arkansas, especially here and everywhere else. So the other one, this is actually related to. This is a fun one. These two species are related. This is a copperhead. This is a cottonmouth. Now, people always talk about that wide open white mouth. Well, you don't want to be that close to a cottonmouth. Again, you don't want to make it mad. That's why it does that.
You don't want
That's
to get to that point,
right? And it does have a pattern. And I grew up thinking these guys were just kind of a mud brown color. Well, no, they've got mud all over them, and so that's why they look like they do. And so it's a little bit harder. They do have a really fat body, and it tapers quickly to a thin tail. But I also notice things like the underbelly color. I notice there is with all of these pit vipers, but it's really distinguishable in this one, is that they have kind of a black mask that goes, horizontally across the back of their face. It's right up here.
Again, you're too close.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, there's a great website. It's the Arkansas Snake Identify, something like that. I don't know. It's great. And I practice when I'm looking at pictures because people send up pictures, and they're pretty far away. But after a while, you really start to recognize them by the shape, they also have their eyes are hooded, so they're kind of covered. They kind of look mad all the time. That's what I always say about pit vipers, is they just look kind of irritated, kind of frowning.
Well, it's good they're telling you go away.
Right, but their eyes are hooded, right? So one of the things that these guys get confused with water snakes all the time. Now, they both are near water and around water. And I used to tell people that venomous snakes swim on top of the water and non-venomous swim under. That's a false thing to tell people because they can both swim either way. First of all, a copperhead loves to eat fish. I mean, a cottonmouth loves to eat fish. Well, you're not going to get fish from on top of the water. And so they do swim on top, but they can also swim under. And so what I like to tell people is if you're on the water, one of the best things that one thing that I've learned to distinguish between a cottonmouth and water snakes, because that's confusing and it's a little bit difficult, is that water snakes have this, if you look at the face and you look at if you think about their lower jaw, they have these vertical lines on their lower jaw that to me are very distinguishing. From far away, even, you can see them. They're pretty stark. The other thing is, I always like to say water snakes are a little derpy looking, which means their eyes are not hooded. To me, they kind of look frog-like, which makes sense to me because they're in the water. Their eyes are rounded. They go up so that they can, see right at the water level.
Alligator.
That kind of thing. And so I always look, when I'm looking at pictures, I immediately look at their face, even if it's far away, and I look for those vertical lines or that horizontal mask, and that helps me tremendously. The other two that we have in this part of the state is this guy. This is the big common timber rattlesnake. Pretty distinguishable. I noticed the stripes that are black across. They have this really pretty, beautiful brown stripe that goes along the ridge of their back, and of course they have a rattle. And they're big guys. We have one of these at the center. He just hangs out. Kind of cool. And then the pygmy rattlesnake, which gets confused a lot with a hognose snake as well, or a DeKay's brown sometimes. They have a rattle too, but it's very tiny and you can't really hear it. I think they look like a miniature timber rattlesnake. If you look at again, they have that vertical or that stripe that goes across their back that's dark black, that's a black, and then that brown along the ridgeline. Whereas a hognose snake, it looks almost like like old military style jackets with the buttons on either side.
Yeah.
Like a
double-breasted.
Yeah, across their back like this. And those little guys are the coolest little guys because they want to make you think that they're way tougher than they really are. So they're really cool as well. So those are our common 4 venomous in this part of the state. We also have the diamondback rattlesnake, which are not here very often at all, and the coral snake, which you would never see here ever. So those are the others that we have.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and you can play with the live ones.
Awesome.
How about that?
Yep.
We'll be back in a minute. Stick with us here on the morning show. You're learning stuff today.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Oh, wrong one.
Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today where comfort meets savings. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're
And we're back here on the morning show. We got Heather Pitman, just full of information about our forest friends today. And stuff to be aware of when you're in the woods. Oh, he's moving around a little bit over there. He's getting around.
Yeah, they're warming up.
And we have some live snakes here on set.
Yep.
And she's going to talk about them.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
No, please.
I was just going to say these are like animal ambassadors, if you will. They work also for the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, and we take them around for doing lots of programs because the more knowledge you have about snakes, the better. They are very, very beneficial to the habitats and to the ecosystems where they live. They eat a lot of small rodents and different things like that, but they're also really important food source for other animals like birds of prey and other kinds of things. So just like every other wild critter, they're supposed to be here, and that's why it's important for us to learn about them and understand them so that it makes us safer and it makes them safer, and that's a good thing. So I do have some live snakes here.
Please.
And I'd love to share with you a few of those. So I'm going to start with this guy. I grew up here in the Ozarks, but I grew up near the Buffalo River, and I had never seen one of these snakes. This is a prairie king snake, and when I started working at the Nature Center is when I very first saw one. So this is a prairie king. He is a beautiful critter, beautiful snake. He's so pretty, and he does have a pretty pattern. It is kind of hard to see. When they're younger, you can see it a little bit more. And this is one that people might confuse with a copperhead if they didn't know anything about snakes at all. But because it's kind of got that brownish color, this one, and I also want you to notice that when I'm holding these, I'm just a vessel. Like I'm not doing anything. And used to, when I learned, I would try to catch them right here. That's very bad for a snake, and that's one of the first things they're going to do is try to bite you when you're doing that. Also, I don't catch wild snakes. This snake has been around people a long time.
Yeah.
It's used to being handled, which is why we can get it out and share it with students and that kind of thing. So this is a king snake, which means they do eat other snakes. They'll eat anything that they can get their hands on, but they don't have a problem in eating another snake. And other snakes, like the black rat snake, will also eat other snakes. But king snakes are unique and interesting because the venom of the venomous snakes doesn't bother them. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the reasons why they're so beneficial, right? So again, this is a prairie king. I don't know. He's just beautiful. He's such a pretty snake. I say I don't know. I know there's a way to figure it out, but I'm not getting that close.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't need to. But this guy is, like I said, prairie king. And they're pretty common. I just had never seen one growing up where I did, near the Buffalo. But up there on that glade near Crooked Creek, they're up there. We see them often. Coach whips, we see those up there. Lots of other snakes too. So that's our prairie king snake.
Cool.
This is the snake that people see, and I agree, it's awesome to have one. If you have one in your yard, it's like, yes, I've got a king snake. This is a speckled king. These are the ones that people always say, oh, that's a good snake, and it is good to have them, absolutely, because they are they can eat, venomous snakes, and they'll eat a copperhead the same size as them pretty easily. And it's so amazing to me that they will constrict around those, and then it's a battle between the two snakes, and most often the king snake wins.
The constrictor's more so than the venomous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because those venomous snakes are not gonna, as far as I know, again, I'm not a herpetologist. I don't know that they don't eat. Well, they can't. Because they envenomate. So they're gonna strike at this, it's not gonna hurt it. Right? Yeah, but this guy will constrict and they will fight, and then it'll just start eating on that venomous snake. It's weird to watch it. It's really, really weird. My dad used to tell a story about a king snake that he was a naturalist at the state park when Buffalo was a state park, and he said that one time a king snake ate a copperhead, and it was real gentle like this one until it ate the copperhead, and then it was mean, which is not true. I'm sure that's false. That's what he used to talk about.
Little wives' tale.
Yeah, these are so beautiful though. I mean,
it is.
Their
he dresses very well.
Features are just absolutely incredible. Again, these guys are used to being handled. I don't recommend people going out and catching snakes. Now, I do love to see a snake out in the woods, and I love to figure out what it is.
Well, it's their house.
Yeah, they're amazing. So, again, they'll eat pretty much any other snake. They'll even eat other king snakes. They don't care. They're just going to eat. They love to eat snakes. So, this one is our speckled king, this guy.
Pretty cool.
He's beautiful. When people always ask what we feed them, we're at work, and we feed them frozen mice. We thaw them out, and then they'll just eat them. Except for the rattlesnake eats live.
They want live. That's what
They're kind of hard to find sometimes, but he likes live rats. And of course, I did not bring him. I do not handle venomous snakes at all.
That's
He's just
probably a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like some people can do that. That's not for me. I'm not going to do it. And then the last one that I have is the one that loves the eggs, loves to get in your chicken house. And my mom always used to say she doesn't mind paying a rat snake a couple of eggs to keep the mice away, because that is something they love, is rodents. And so it is true that they will get into your eggs. And last year, I think it was last year, there were so many. And they will come back and come back. And so my dad will catch them and take them away. But this guy is our black rat snake, and he's pretty big.
And they get bigger.
Yeah. And this one is, he's long, but he's not huge, but man, they can get big
bug up in.
and really, really long. We've had this one the longest. He was a juvenile when they got him, so I don't know if juvenile black rats have beautiful patterning on them. They don't look like, they don't have this darker color. I don't even know how to explain it, but they're just super beautiful. This one's tail, I don't know if you can see it, but its tail is kind of, it looks like it's been chopped off.
Dumped up there,
like
yeah,
that.
right.
When it was younger, it had a bad shed, and that it cut off the circulation, and it actually, the end of the tail fell off. People don't know that, but if a snake has a bad shed, it can be really bad for it if it doesn't shed like it's supposed to. So.
And they don't reproduce that parts that are...
No.
Okay.
They just, it's gone. So, but it's kind of pokey.
Yeah.
And it feels kind of funny, but he's beautiful. Again, they in the wild, these are great and very beneficial because of what they eat, and also because what we'll eat them. So they're fantastic to have. My goal is just not even people. There are people who are just super afraid of snakes, and that's okay. It's just something about them that makes them super fearful. So the best thing to do is, if you're super afraid, is to learn more about that thing that you're afraid of. So that even if you're never going to hold a snake. I'm never going to make someone who's deathly afraid of snakes hold a snake or try to do that. But if the more you know, the less scary it is. And then you can tolerate them a little bit better, I guess is what I'm saying. And also people who feel like just kill them all because they're snakes. There's no benefit to doing that. And again, you can hate them with all your guts. But also you need to make sure that you understand them. And even if you don't like them, they're supposed to be here, and so we have to take care of them.
They were here
take
first.
Care of their habitat.
They were here first. And really, to go back and impress that, don't try to pick these guys up.
Oh no, there's no reason to mess with them. You just, and again, any snake you see, especially if you are unfamiliar with them, if you see one, stop and get still, and then take some steps back away from that snake and kind of watch what they're doing. They're not paying attention to you. They don't care about you unless they feel threatened, and then that's when that change happens. So you get calm, you get still, you back up, and kind of watch what they're doing. Usually they're going somewhere, or they're basking, or they're looking for prey, that kind of thing. And it's always easy to find an alternate route around that snake.
Now, do they travel in packs or herds or whatever like that? I mean, do they travel as a family?
No, they don't.
So if they're just one, you don't have to worry about another one being...
Not, again, I don't want to say...
Okay, never say never, I understand.
Because copperheads, sometimes you'll see... I don't know what this is, but there are certain areas I've even seen, and I don't know why, but there's this phenomenon where there are several of them in one area, like several.
Okay.
And I don't know.
So they're homesteading.
Maybe, I don't really know. But they're not like animal. They're not pack animals. They're not going to travel together. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't see them coiled up together, because they will. I mean, if it's a place that's nice and warm. Like we have these boards that we have laying around the property here and there just to kind of see what kind of snakes will get under there. It's not uncommon to lift one up and see a coach whip, prairie king, copperhead, and a black rat all in the same place, just kind of hanging out. They're not paying attention to each other, and that is a warm space that's covered, so they're going to be there. So, yeah. But
cool.
Yeah. But they're pretty neat. Again, I don't make pets out of them. I don't think they're great pets, but they're really cool to teach with, and students love them. Anybody in the public, that's where they go straight to at the nature center. They go straight to our snake enclosures and want to look at the snakes and ask questions about them. So, anyway, these are our snakes. Sometimes this guy's a little bit feisty. Today he's awesome. He's not feisty at all today. He's pretty cool.
And it's the pattern on their stomach is kind of like a...
Yeah. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Well, he's not cooperating with me. There. See? Yeah, it's beautiful. So pretty. Yeah, it's kind of checkerboard almost.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the thing, is you learn those features, and the more comfortable you are, the less likely they are to be hurt, and the less likely are that you're going to be hurt, and that's important.
And actually, the more attention you're going to pay to things like that, because you're not worried about he's not going to take me home for lunch.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. See, you learned a lot today. Good job. And nobody wants to hold a snake, huh? Do you want to hold this one?
Sure. I got a minute.
Okay, cool.
No, I got about 30 seconds.
So I just want you to see that I'm not holding. You're just sort of like letting it be.
You're just wrapping himself around it. What's
Yeah.
going on, buddy?
Nice job. Look at you go.
There we go.
Does it feel like you thought it would feel?
Yeah, pretty close.
Good.
I'm not sure where.
Is this how? I want to know. You might go up your sleeve. Oh, he's trying.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Is this how Jack? I want to know. Is this how Jack Hanna got his start?
Probably.
I
bet. I bet he did.
Yeah.
I bet he did.
So.
All right. That's
all right,
it.
kids. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, okay. You can fill for 10 seconds. Go ahead.
We appreciate you watching. Thank you for coming on, bringing the snakes, Heather.
Absolutely,
awesome.
anytime.
You all have a great day.
See you tomorrow.